Of all the car companies, I think General Motors has done a better job over the last 5 years of really reinventing itself and also pushing the limits. This Buick Regal GS is certainly an example of that. Very edgy styling. It's really an Opel Insignia underneath, which is a German car, part of the General Motors family, but it's much more than that. Now, by using the Regal nameplate, they've really kind of conjured up some very historical and romantic images of high-performance cars of the 70s. But this particular vehicle, I think it kind of struggles. I don't know if it knows the difference between luxury and performance, and I'll elaborate. From a performance standpoint, you get all excited. 2.0 liter, 4-cylinder turbo, 270 horsepower. You're thinking, man, this is gonna be a really fun car to drive, maybe kind of like I don't know, like a Subaru WRX, something kind of small, fun. However, it is a front-wheel drive car. And you kind of know with that comes a lot of torque steer. Also, this engine, you're lucky to get 0 to 60 in 7 seconds. It kind of struggles, and the torque is not exactly where you want it to be. And the Regal GS really nailed it on the interior. You got a nice, sporty, flat-bottom steering wheel. A lot of the sporty cars will have that, like the VW GTI. You've got a great infotainment system, a lot of great technology. I also like the gauges and the buttons. Everything is very European, and let's face it, this is essentially a European car, even though it's not built in Europe. The 6-speed manual is actually a wonderful transmission. Just silky smooth, great clutch. The gears just you know, really sync up nicely. So they did a lot of nice things. There's just a disconnect. It's front-wheel drive, and this engine just leaves you wanting a little bit more. When you're in like the 3,000 range of RPMs, which is where I'm at right now, and I've got it floored, the car just has a long delay. And when you think about 2-liter 4-cylinder engines, the first one that comes to mind for me is the VW GTI. And really, when you look at the numbers of that car, the performance numbers are about the same, but that car just seems so much faster, so much quicker, and a lot more fun to drive, and a lot less money. And not to mention that you're not really giving up any room, so I think there's a lot of options, and the way Buick has positioned the Regal GS, you expect performance, and I'm just not getting it. So the Regal GS, as shown here, front-wheel drive, the 270 horsepower engine, was available for around $31,000, $32,000. I'm sold. But the way it is right now, it just doesn't really make a lot of financial sense. The other option is maybe take the horsepower up to 300 and add all-wheel drive and keep the price point the same. I think now you got a legitimate kind of premium car, premium performance car. So the bottom line on the Regal GS is that $39,000 is a lot of money, and I really cannot justify the expense. I think GM and Buick in particular are doing some wonderful things. I think this is a really cool car. I just don't think it's worth the money. If you're looking for a sedan this size, you want to have a lot of fun, maybe think Subaru WRX at $27,000, $28,000, and it's got all-wheel drive. You may not have all the luxury, but you're going to get a lot better performance.